Limitations of Arrhenius concept. So let's see what are the limitations of Arrhenius concept. And we have already learned the Arrhenius concept of acid and bases. And before the start of limitations, we must know that what was the main theory proposed by the Arrhenius concept. The first one was that acids, and the second was bases. So according to Arrhenius, acids are the substances that are going to produce H positive ions in aqueous solution. And on the other hand, the bases are the substances that are going to produce hydroxide ions when they get dissolved in water or in the aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means the solutions that are having water as a solvent. And what does mean by the solvent? If we are having a sugar solution in a glass of water, and it is having sugar dissolved in it. So in this solution, the water, as it is present in larger quantity, so it will be known as solvent, and the sugar that is dissolved in small quantity in it, it is known as solute. So these are the main two constituents of the solution, solute and solvent. So the solutions that are having solvent as a water, these solutions are known as aqueous solution because the word aqua means water. So acids and bases are the substances according to Arrhenius concepts producing H positive and OH negative hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions in water. So let's see what is the first limitation that was of Arrhenius concept. It is only limited to aqueous medium only. It is limited to aqueous medium, and it does not explain two things, the acidity and the basicity of the substances that are present in non-aqueous medium that are present in non-aqueous medium. It's mean it is only limited to the aqueous medium substances or aqueous medium solutions only. But if we are having any substances that are not present or that are non-aqueous, so the Arrhenius concept would not be able to explain the acidity and basicity of these substances. So this was the first limitation of the Arrhenius concept. If we are having any substance, an example like we have ammonia NH3, or another example if we have you can say that carbon monoxide. So if they are present or are having non-aqueous solution, then Arrhenius would not be able to explain whether these substances are acids or whether these substances are bases. So this was the first limitation, or you can say that the first drawback, that he was unable to explain the acidity and basicity of many of the substances that are not present in the aqueous solution, that are not having their aqueous solutions. So this was the first drawback or the first limitation of the Arrhenius concept. So let's see what was the second limitation of the Arrhenius concept. So as we have seen, according to Arrhenius, the substances producing H positive and OH negative ions can only be categorized as acids and bases as well. But if there are substances having no hydrogen or hydroxide in them, then what we call them? Acid or a base. And substances having no hydrogen and hydroxide ion. So then how we can be able to categorize it as acid or a base? For example, we have many substances like carbon dioxide. It is having no hydrogen and hydroxide ion. So whether it is acid or a base. On the other hand, if we have ammonia, its all properties are like the bases, as it is a base, but it is not having hydroxide ion. Having no hydroxide ion, then how we can say that it is a base or it is a acid? So this was the second limitation, that many of the substances are not going to be fall under acid or bases according to the Arrhenius concept. So Arrhenius was unable to explain the substances like carbon dioxide, ammonia, and many other, like for example, we have another example, SO2, SO3. These substances having no hydrogen and hydroxide ion. So how we can be able to categorize whether it is acid or whether it is a base? So the other two scientists try to explain the acidity and basicity, or try to overcome the limitations of the Arrhenius concepts. Their name was Bronsted-Lowry concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and bases, and the third scientist was Lewis concept of acid and bases. So these two scientists try to overcome the limitations of Arrhenius concepts. I hope you guys understand what are the limitations. I'm going to repeat that. The first limitation was that it is only applicable to the aqueous solution, and the second limit, it is only applicable to the substances that are having hydrogen and hydroxide ion, and not applicable to the other substances having no hydrogen and hydroxide ions. So these are the two limitations or the drawbacks of the limitations Arrhenius concept. I hope you guys understand about the limitations of the Arrhenius concept, and if you have any queries, you can ask me about that in the comment section. For that time, have a good day and Allah Hafiz.